Good morning, hopefully, if you're watching this in the morning. A really nice new flow to get us all full of energy. So it is now official. We are now having another 3 weeks of lockdown. So I've made a little sankalpa, which, as those of you who know, when we're doing yoga nidra, is an intention. And my intention for the next 3 weeks is not to get fat, but to get fit. Like many of us, I have spent this last 3 weeks eating cake, eating chocolate, eating lots of carbs generally. I have had a few glasses of wine as well. Some of you will know I gave up drinking for 100 days, which I did, and I've had a couple of drinks, and to be quite honest, you can really, when you've given up for a while, it just hits you. Anyway, I'm not saying never say never, but anyway, so the next 3 weeks, just moving towards stepping up the exercise outdoors, you know, running and stuff like that. We have, as a family, literally just done yesterday our first couch to 5k. Jeff is pretty fit, but he has trouble with his gouty toe. Rhea has done a lot of running and is quite quick, but had a terrible accident involving some stilettos and a night out and has had a dodgy ankle, so we thought we'd all do it together. So that's what we're doing. So what I'm going to do today is, I've got this little book which I've had for years. Actually, so I'm trying to pick it up. It's a beautiful little book. It's called Ashtanga Yoga. Again, some of you will know we have done the Sun Salutation B from the Ashtanga series. I won't go into too much detail about it all now because I'll be here all day. So we're going to do the Salutation B, which is slightly different from the normal Sun Salutation. You'll see that as we go along. Yeah, and just see how we do with it. So that's my plan. There's a nice little reading that I'm going to read at the end as well, when we're in Shavasana. So if we can just start today, start by laying down. So lay all the way down. Just bring your knees up to your chest and give your spine a nice roll through from side to side. And then when you're ready, bring the feet down, feet flat on the mat. And then from here we're going to do our tuning in breath. So when you're ready, as always, right hand on stomach, left at heart center. And just tune into your breath. Feel that air fill all of the front of the body as you draw it all the way from the lower part of the stomach all the way through to the top of the chest, and really feel your chest expand, feel those lungs fill up with lovely fresh oxygenated air. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, let's grab hold of our right knee, keeping the left one on the mat, and just pull in, and then some very quick rotations clockwise and anti-clockwise, point and flex. And then bring your head up towards your knee, hold for 1, 2 and 3. Release down, release the right leg down, bring the left up, same thing, hug in, and then when you're ready we're going to go clockwise and then anti-clockwise, and then point and flex as quickly as you can, and then bring the foot down. You can either roll over to come up, or if you're comfortable in using those abs, cross your feet over, and when you're ready just roll yourself all the way back up. And we're just going to very quickly do some seated stretches because I want to go through this new sequence nice and slowly so we all are sure what we're doing. So a nice seated position, and then when you're ready, right hand on left knee, left hand behind. And then when you're ready, inhale, exhale to twist and look over your left shoulder. Back to centre, and then we do the same on the other side. Spine is tall, inhale, exhale to look over your shoulder. And then we come all the way back. Let's take your hands onto your knees and we'll do a seated cat and cow. So when you're ready, on the inhale, take your shoulders back, head comes forward, and then on the exhale, we roll them down. Inhale up, exhale forward. Last one, inhale up and exhale forward. Let's take the legs out in front of us. So we're just going to do our forward fold by inhaling the arms up. Take a big stretch through here. Really feel the length all the way from the hip bone, all the way elbow up to the fingers. Let's wiggle the fingers, get the energy, the prana flowing. As we then slowly come forward. Bend your knees. Let's bend our knees. Be kind to ourselves today. And then slowly come back. And then when you're ready, we're going to swing the knees round and you're going to bring yourselves up to a standing position. Now I'm not quite sure how many rounds we're going to do with this today. See how long a round or a double round takes. So we start as always with this variation of the sun salutation in Tadasana. So let's just find that lovely tall mountain pose, spreading our feet, bringing your awareness to your feet. Let's just rock from side to side, that gentle feeling, just a gentle sway. And then spread the toes again, ground down. We're keeping that spine tall. We're not tilting the pelvis too much, we're just trying to keep it nice and aligned with our spine as we then bring the shoulders up and round 3 times. And then forward. And then settle in. Palms face forward. Close your eyes. Just take a moment here. And then open your eyes. Okay, so we start this sequence by going into chair pose. If you remember, chair pose is when we bend our knees. I'll just talk how to do chair pose just to remind people, just so that we don't do the posture incorrectly. So remember, as we inhale up, we bend the knees. The knees come forward, but you should still be able to see your toes. You're not taking yourself too far forward. The bottom comes back, the arms come forward, and you can play Tom's guitar there. I better move that. Okay, so that's chair pose. So that's what we're going to come into, and then from there we're going to come forward in a forward fold, and then come up. So when you're ready, in fact it might be better if I do it from the other side, mightn't it? So I'll do it from here. Okay, so we're standing forward. So we inhale up, chair pose, sit back, and we hold here for 1, 2, and 3. And then slowly straighten the legs as you take yourself forward into a forward fold. Then we're going to halfway lift. Then we come back down. You're going to take the palms to the mat and you're going to come back in plank. Now if we were doing a dynamic class, we would jump back, which I'm not asking you to do at all. And also we would do chaturanga, which is actually when we've got our elbows bent. But we're doing this in plank. Then I want you to take your knees down, untuck your toes. We're not going to roll forward as we do in the normal sun salutation, but we're just going to come forward, keeping our arms straight. We are now in upward dog. I'm going to bring my head forward because I don't want to talk with my head back. We now tuck our toes under, and then we push back into downward dog. Take a big stretch here. Then we're going to do a half split. Leg comes up, bring it through, and then you're in a low lunge, and then from the low lunge, take that left foot down, ground it back, as we then inhale all the way up into Warrior 1. Feel that stretch here. We're looking forward, finding our drishti. Then we come all the way down, and again, if we were doing the dynamic class, we would jump that leg back. Let's just take it back gently, and we're back again in plank. We now take the knees down, untuck our toes, and come up into upward dog. Tuck your toes under, push all the way back down through into downward dog. This time it's left leg split, take it forward. Like me, you'll probably have to adjust your feet, and then ground down with that back left foot, no, right foot, and then when you're ready, inhale up. And then take the gaze forward. Lovely strong warrior one. The hips are facing forward. And then we come down and we're going to do a final round of plank, knees to the ground. Untuck your toes. Upward dog. Tuck toes. Downward dog. And then to come up, again, a dynamic class, we would jump forward, but I'm just going to walk the feet forward, and then inhaling up, coming back into chair. 2, 3, and releasing down. That's one round. It actually took 6 minutes. I think I'll do one more on the other side and see how we go. So when you're ready, this time we're going to go with our left foot for warrior one. So when you're ready, inhale the arms up as we bend the knees. Sit down in your chair, holding for 1, 2, and 3. And then we come forward, and then lift up. Halfway lift. Hands come down to the mat as we come back into our plank pose. Holding 1, 2, 3. Knees down, untuck your toes. And then we push away into upward dog. Tuck your toes under. And we are now in downward dog. When you're ready, this time it's a left leg split. We take the foot through, then we ground down, right foot, warrior legs, lining up those heels. And then when you're ready, sweep the arms up. Inhale, exhale to lunge forward. Then we come down, hands to the mat, take the right foot back. We're in plank. Knees to the mat, untuck toes, upward dog. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. This time it's the left, sorry no it's not, it's the right. I'll get this right one day. Right foot comes up, take it through. Left leg down to the mat. Then when we're ready, inhaling all the way up. Keeping that lunge forward, gazes forward. And then coming down. Hands to the mat. Let's push back into plank. Knees down, untuck your toes. Upward dog. Tuck your toes up. Coming back into our final downward dog. Then we're gently going to walk ourselves forward. Inhaling up and then bending our knees. You want to take those feet a bit wider apart like I just did. Easier in chair pose. And then slowly coming back to Tadasana. Okay, because it's Friday and it's because we need fitness. I'm going to do one more round each side. I'm going to speed it up a bit this time, so when you're ready, inhaling up, sitting down, plank. No, not plank, chair. Hands come down. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat. Back into plank. Knees down, untuck toes, upward dog. Tuck toes under, downward dog. Right leg split, take it forward, ground left toe, front knee bent, warrior arms. Inhale up, lunge forward. Hands come to the mat. Push back into plank. Knees to the mat, untuck your toes, up dog. Tuck toes under, downward dog. This time left leg up, bring the foot through. Ground down with right foot, warrior legs, lining up our heels. Inhaling up, looking forward, and then coming back down, hands to the mat. Plank, knees down, upward dog. Tuck your toes under, push up, downward dog. Now we're going to walk ourselves forward. 1, 2, 3. Inhale up, sit down, in chair, and then we release. Other side. Inhale up, into chair. Exhale down. Inhale up, forward fold. Hands to the mat. Back, in plank. Knees down, untuck toes, upward dog. Tuck toes under, push back in downward dog. This time left leg split. Inhale up, bring the foot forward. Ground down, right toe. When you're ready, inhaling up, lunging forward, warrior two. 1. Hands coming down. I'm losing the plot big time here now. Back into plank. Knees down, untuck toes. Up, in, upward dog. Tuck toes under, downward dog. Nearly there. Right leg up, bring it forward. Then when you're ready, grounding down, back left foot. Making sure we're in alignment. Inhaling up, exhaling forward, bending that knee. Down we come, pushing back or jumping back. Let's jump here into plank. Knees come down, untuck toes, look up. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. And why not? Let's try and jump forward, see how far you can get. That's me gone through the floor. And then when you're ready, inhaling up, exhaling down. And then slowly coming back up. And we have finished. Just put your hand on your heart and on your stomach. Just feel the energy we've created. You can certainly feel my heart going. As I said in my introduction, yesterday we started the Couch to 5K. Well, I'm actually recording this after having just done the Couch to 5K, so I'm a little bit sweaty. So just take a couple more breaths standing here. And now really slowly take yourself down to the mat. We'll go where we were as we began into Shavasana. But to begin with, you're going to bring the knees up to the chest. You're going to roll the spine from side to side, holding onto your knees. Then let's bring the feet down, arms out, and just do a couple of lovely wind screen wipers from side to side. Last one. And then release the legs completely out onto the floor. Turn your palms up and just feel that sensation of the energy that we have created. And just focus gently on your breath. So as we just finish here in Shavasana, I'll just read this lovely quote from the end of my book, which is from Patanjali, who is known as the father of yoga, wrote the Yoga Sutras. Lots of words of wisdom there. So I will finish with this little quote. So if you just want to focus on my voice, focus on your breathing. When we live our lives with passion, we crusade for our hearts. We dare to hope and to dream without fearing failure. We are inspired with great purpose, our thoughts boundless and our minds open to embrace a world of limitless possibilities. Hidden talents and abilities awaken in the face of challenge and excitement, and we discover ourselves to be greater people by far than we ever imagined we could be. And I chose that as well because I think it's a really nice quote just to sum up some of the things that are happening at the moment, things that people are doing, like the amazing 99, or no, is he 100-year-old man who just walked around his garden and raised loads and loads of money, millions and millions. Fantastic. So I'll leave you with that thought. Have a lovely Friday, and I will see you again on Saturday. Namaste.